once again to your favorite show. This program is sponsored by SunnyTV, the Gloria Hassall Foundation, Kane Pharmacy, and Glandis Essentials. So today I've got a very interesting topic to discuss. Somebody reached out to me and said to me, I'd love for you to talk about this subject. And I thought, wow, amazing. Like, it's just really interesting, and I just want you to join me and flow with me, as we talk through today's episode. So basically, I am going to discuss talking about comparing your relationship to someone else's relationship, or comparing your life to someone else's life. And we're just literally going to talk through it, So we'll be literally talking about comparing your partner or your relationship with someone else's partner or relationship. Most often, a lot of people tend to compare their partners with other people's partners. Maybe a wife, maybe a husband to somebody else's wife or husband. Maybe somebody else's wife or husband is better looking, or has more money, or is taller, or has a better job, or comes from a better family, or is more educated, or there's tons and tons of reasons why you'd prefer someone else's. But in all of this, we also need to think and consider God's purpose for our lives. And if you are a child of God and you have prayed about your relationship, or you have committed your relationship into the hands of God in a way, you need to realize that whoever you have is God's will for your life, and God knows why He partnered you with that person. So comparing can lead to distraction, really, in your relationship, and it's not exactly a good thing. There's a good side to comparison. There's constructive comparison and there's negative comparison. So basically, constructive comparison is like, for example, maybe somebody has a business and you also have a business, and you're looking up to that person's business, and their business is doing really well. So you're thinking, I want my business to get to that level. That is constructive comparison. Or somebody's partner is maybe furthered their education, and maybe they now have a PhD and they have a better job, and you're thinking, oh, they've done really well, they've had further education, they're doing well, I want to do that. That's fine. As long as you're doing it from a good place and it isn't affecting your relationship or it isn't affecting your partner, it's perfectly fine. So as well, people tend to compare their partners to other people when they aren't satisfied with the relationship. So for example, you knew what you wanted in that partner. They had everything you wanted. You were quite specific. You were quite sure. You were quite certain. You didn't settle. Literally, you knew this is what I want. You shouldn't really be comparing. You need to remember why you went for this person. You need to remember the reasons why you chose to be with that person. And you should never compare that or overlook that and compare to someone else's partner. A lot of times as well, what you need to realize, a lot of people are quite deceptive. They make it look like it's all good and glorious with us, and it's not. In the open, they make it look like we've got the perfect relationship. Look at us, we've got the perfect kids, we've got the perfect house, we've got the perfect car, we've got the perfect blah blah blah. You know it. In real, that tends to happen a lot on social media. Even like at functions, at functions they're going all cuddly, perfect clothes, perfect kids are well behaved perfectly. Sometimes it's just for the cameras and it's just for people to see. It isn't real. So in all of the perfection you see in other people's relationship, you need to realize that there is nothing like a perfect relationship. What you need to really do is focus on your relationship and try to make your relationship get better. You should never ever compare your relationship to someone else's to the point where it's affecting your relationship. So some of the reasons why you could forget and compare as well is initially, at the initial stages of the relationship, it's perfect, it's great, it's good, it's all glorious. And then after being together for a while, you kind of get familiar. And you're thinking, you forget how great this person is. You forget how great they've been in the past. You forget why you were with them. You forget all the things they've done for you. And you see someone from nowhere or someone's relationship from nowhere, and you're thinking, oh, why can he be like that? Why can he be? No, he can't be like that because he isn't that person, or she isn't that person. She is who she is. He is who he is. They are the people you went for. They cannot be like other people. You need to remember. You need to appreciate. You need to remember who they are, what they've done for you, what you've both been through, and accept and appreciate who they, no matter what. If you find yourself in that situation, just go back and remember why you decided to be with them, and what they've done for you, how they've been there for you, what you've accomplished with them. Just remember that, and don't think, oh, I want my partner to be like that one, and I want my partner to be like that one. He ain't real. So if you find yourself in a situation where you are constantly comparing yourself to your partner or your relationship to someone else's relationship, just seek help. Like, if you're really struggling and you're not really getting to the place of satisfaction, you can seek help. Like, you can speak to someone who appreciates relationships, someone you look up to, someone who's probably been in a long-term relationship, someone who's got a stable relationship that can be of good support. A lot of times, like, it's just best to talk things through with your partner, like in relationships. Basically, you can go to someone for counseling, for a bit of chit chat, for advice, for guidance. Someone who's been stable in a relationship for a long time, they've probably been through that challenge you're going through, and they will be able to talk to you and guide you. What you need to realize while talking to other people is that some people, I have had a friend say to me, I went somewhere and I had a chat with this person and my business was out there. Some people as well might even talk you out of it. So you need to be careful who you talk to. Talking to people don't mean just talk to anyone. Like, if you're going to talk to someone, just have that clearance in your spirit that this is the right person to go to. Also, communicate with your partner. Like, talk things through with your partner. If, like, you're feeling that you're constantly comparing your partner to someone, it depends on the kind of relationship you have with your partner. If you're close, you can be open about it. If you're close, and they're not gonna get upset or hurt. It depends on how close you are. You can open up and say, I've found myself in this place where I'm just constantly comparing you to other people, and I know it's negative and I want to stop it, but I'm struggling. Get help. Talk things through with them. Pray together about it, or ask them to pray for you, or pray together about it. But let them know, and you can work it through together. If you've got an understanding partner, you can actually work it through together, where if that weakness shows up, he can or she can step in and just help you. But you need to be patient and understanding, and you need them to be patient and understanding as well. And in communicating this with them, you can tell them to be patient and understanding with you, because it's just a phase you're going through and you want to work through it. But you need them with you to help you to get through that phase. So you can actually do that. In order to fight this. But mentally, you need to tell yourself that all the people out there making it looking like they've got the best relationships, there's nothing like a best relationship, and there's nothing like a perfect relationship. You always have to remember that. There's always skeletons in everybody and anybody's closet. It's just that outside the closet is perfect. In the closet, you just never know. So don't think that it's all great with them. And even if you think so, don't wish so much to be like them where it affects your relationship. You can wish to be like them where you're working towards having a better or improving your relationship, but not to the point where it's affecting your relationship. No, that shouldn't happen. If you're looking up to them and you're working towards your relationship to be like them, it should be constructive. Like, if, for example, if you find out that this couple is very loving, you can be loving towards your partner as well. Like, oh, I've seen this couple, they're such a loving couple and I love it. I just love them for that. You can start being more loving towards your partner. Or, I've seen this ambitious, hardworking, doing really well couple. You can fight to do well as well. Like, every relationship has its challenges. Some relationships have financial challenges. Some relationships have sexual challenges. Some relationships have help. Everyone in their some relationships have respect. Maybe they're struggling to get respect from the other partner. It depends what your circumstances are. But you need to see what your strengths are as a couple. So their strengths might be financial, but they may be struggling in other aspects of the relationship. Your strength may not be financial, but you may have a very loving home or very bright kids. Look at that positive of the relationship and just build on that. And then work on the weak bits. But don't just throw it all away because you saw someone have something in a relationship you didn't have. So when this person reached out to me, they said to me that men hate it, like being compared to other men. Like men hate for their relationship, their partners, to compare them to other women's partners. So don't ruin your relationship because of something fake you may see out there. It may never be real. They may even be envious of what you have. You may never know. So just hold on to what you have and build what you have. Build what you have to be like them in a good way, but not to the point where it's ruining your own relationship. You don't want to do that. So basically, I'm going to give you 6 reasons why you shouldn't compare your relationship to anybody's relationship or even previous relationship. Like comparing your current partner to an ex. Remember, there's a reason why the relationship didn't work with your ex. And if you're constantly comparing your current relationship with your ex, you're heading towards disaster. I don't like being compared to others. I've been compared to others and I hated it. And if my partner or someone I knew compared me to someone else, I would leave that relationship because to me it's mentally draining. It's like and emotionally draining because you're trying to tell me that I'm not good enough or I'm not as good as that person. I'm not that person. I am me. I'm a unique person. You need to accept me for who I am. I don't expect you to compare me to someone else. I'm not someone else. I'm me. I'm different. I'm me. You need to accept me for who I am. And I'm sure a lot of other people in relationships who are being compared to others feel the same way. You need to accept me for who I am. You knew who I was before you came into this relationship with me. So you need to stay with me and accept me for who I don't want to be someone else. I don't want to try to be someone else. I don't want to be compared to anybody else. I can try to be like someone else in a good way, but not to the point where I'm losing or I should lose myself. No, that's wrong. So basically, if you compare yourself to someone else, you are stealing your joy. You are stealing the love and the joy in the relationship. There's a saying that says that comparison is a thief of joy. As you're comparing yourself to someone else or comparing your partner or your relationship to someone else's relationship, you're literally killing the love, the joy, and everything in the relationship. So that relationship is automatically headed towards disaster, and you don't want that. What you want to do is build what you have. Encourage your partner. If you want them to do something someone else is doing, encourage them to do it, but don't compare openly. Don't make it obvious. Don't make it obvious to them that you're comparing them to someone else. Rather, encourage them to be what you want them to be, and give them the resources, if you've got it, to help them to be that thing you want to be. Support them towards it. If it's financially, if you can support them financially towards the goal, go for it. If they want to go for uni or further their studies and you've got the money to finance or support them financially, support them. If it's emotional support, give it to them. Whatever it is, just give them what they need to get there. But just don't let them feel that you're making them do this because you want them to be like someone else. Nobody likes that. Yeah, so love your partner for who they are. They are their own unique self. They are special. They've been designed specially for you. You are with them for a reason. You chose them for a reason. They chose you for a reason. You both have your own dreams and goals. You're going somewhere together as a couple. So work towards those goals. Help support their dreams and beliefs. Do not compare them to others and crush their confidence, their ego. Men can be very egotistical as well. The last thing you want to do is break that ego. Once you start touching that ego, the relationship's really, they're just going to turn around and be somebody else. The beast in them is going to come out. What you need to do is nurture that ego and support them. So I have come to the end of this session. This program is sponsored by SunnyTV, the Gloria Hassall Foundation, Kim Pharmacy, and Glandis Essentials. Next week, I'm going to continue this discussion and we're going to go through the 6 reasons why you shouldn't compare yourself to someone else. I started today, but time wouldn't let us. So we'll go through it next week. You take care and look after yourself. Bye.
Gloria Hassall Show comes your way every Saturday, 7 p.m. on SunnyTV with your host, Gloria Hassall, to break down the importance of addressing and discussing issues like current affairs, marriage, culture, economy, health, wealth, and education on Gloria Hassall Show, 7 p.m. every Saturday on SunnyTV.